There we go. Yeah, so under frequency table, what is a what does frequency mean? Really, nobody, you guys are telling me. I will wait up here until somebody answers. I've got nothing but time. Connor?
How many times something happens?
Yeah, how often? A frequency table is how often. And there's a little thing here on your frequency table there. We are going to pick a category. In today's category, did we do shoe size last year? Today's category, we're not going to do shoe size. We will do the number of letters in your first name. Now, we have to be careful here, a little bit here. First of all, who has the fewest numbers of letters in their first name? Would you say? No, I want this as it appears on your birth certificate. So if it's Zachary, then it needs to be Zachary. But who has some count to write down in big, bold, beautiful letters on your piece of paper how many letters are in your first name. If you need help using extra fingers and toes, talk to your neighbor. For example, Madison, Madison. Is that 7? 8? What is it? Maybe you should write your name and then you could count them. So then we have fewer than 7 letters in the first name. So there we go. Clausing, how many are in yours? Anybody have fewer than 4 letters in there? Alright. Who has the most? So we know that the smallest number we have 4. This is just prep. We're prepping our frequency table here. What's the most letters somebody came up with?
I have 7.
Anybody higher than 7? Cassandra? How many?
9.
9. Anybody have more than 9? So can we do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh, we can. Let's do it that way then. Sometimes you have to do a range. We probably should do that. We'll just do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How about that? And because we're counting and we don't know how many we have all together, we are just going to go around the room and we use tally marks to help us count here. So when I point to you or say your name, tell me how many you got there. Gianna, how many are yours?
6.
So we put a little tally mark there. 6. John?
4.
Figure that one out. So
6.
Grace?
5.
That's what I got. Chase?
5.
5. Madison?
7.
7. Riley? 5. Layton?
6.
6. Lauren?
6.
6. Connor? 6. I see a pattern here. Sarah, are we going Sarah? Just Sarah? Yeah. 5. Joseph?
6.
Aaron?
4.
Love it. Caleb?
5.
Autumn?
6.
Look at this. I see a pattern developing here. Had we not organized this data, Zachary?
7.
Is that right? Cassie?
9.
You are still 9, even after recounting. Brian? 5. Shannon?
7.
7. Is there anybody going to give us an 8? Clausing?
4.
And Lydia?
6.
6. So there you go. And then in the frequency, how often does it happen? That's where we actually put the numbers. 3 for 4 letters. 6 for 5 letters. A whopping 8 for 8 letters. 8 for 6 letters. 0 Miro. And 1 lone soul in the 9-letter category there. That is your frequency table. You could do that with anything. You could do it with people's favorite colors. Anything that you can get quantities of. Now, with that then, how am I going to do this? All right, here's how I'm going to do this. My favorite tool, by the way, is this snippet thing. Did I tell you that last year?
No.
This is awesome. You have whatever. It takes a picture of your thing. And then I am going to plant it over here so I don't have to keep looking back. Here's my own page. I am going to paste it in here. Make it super small so I can see it and do my table all at once. It's sticky there, isn't it? Now, that puts us to our histogram. Anybody remember what a histogram is and how it works? Histogram is really kind of a glorified, Zach?
I think you put the final numbers and how many are of them.
Sure, why not? I don't know what you said, but I'll agree with you. A histogram is no more than kind of a glorified bar graph, except there are no spaces between the lines. And usually we do this more with ranges of things, but this is neither here nor there. Now, what you have to think about is this, kids. When we take our frequency table, and this is cool because I can do this now. Really, a histogram is that same thing, except you spin it around. Come on, you. Can I spin it? Wait, don't worry, I will get this eventually. There.
One
You
hour
spin it
later.
around. You
Later.
spin it
1 minute later.
around. Don't worry.
You will spin it around
It's just
7
one.
times.
There we go. And turn it on its side so that you can show the frequency in a bar graph form. So what are my labels? The one going up and first of all, this is what number of letters in first name. Number letters in first name. I should have done last names. Maybe we'll do that for the other one. Do you think that would be a more wider variety? This is always going to be, the frequency. This is how often. Look how I can write upside down or sideways. That's our frequency. And our frequency ranged from what? From 1 all the way up to the highest number we have is 8. Is that going to fit on our graph? I think it will. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This worked out perfectly. To 8. Then what is going to be our bottom label?
It's 9. No, it's not.
Oh, it is 9. Shoot. Way to go, Cassie.
We'll
We'll just make this bar. Oh, I guess our table should have been down here. This was name up there, but that doesn't matter. What then is our label going to be on this side? This was how often, what am I graphing down here? What is this right here?
No. 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's number of letters in first name. Number of letters. And we then have to make our little bars. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to cut this into 6 columns. So I'm gonna do my little straight line thing. You ain't got one, but I do.
Yeah, small ruler.
You have a small ruler. That will help you a lot. I gotta cut this in 6 different things, so what, if I cut it in half? And then I cut each half in what? Smart people? Thirds. So that give me thirds, or is that not quite right? How's that? Pretty nice, huh? What do you think about that? Not bad? You can answer that, Will.
Sure.
And then this is the person, these are the people that have 4 letters in their first name, 5 letters, 6 letters, 7 letters, 8 letters, 9 letters. And then we just fill in the blanks. I will do what color shall we use? What a nice purple. How many people had 4 letters in their name? 4 went up 3. So here we color in up to number 3. That's pretty handy, isn't it? How many people had 5 letters? That went all the way up to 6. So you notice it's really a bar graph, but there's not any spaces between the two. How many folks had 6? All the way up to 8. Wait, why did I need 9? Who said I needed 9?
Yes.
No, I didn't need 9. 9 was this number, it wasn't this number, this went to 8.
Okay.
You guys are killing me. Oh, sorry, I didn't go up that high. Oh, sorry. So this went up to, oops, I didn't. This went up to 8 right here. Because there were only 8 people that had 6 letters in their name. And then how many people had 7 letters in their name? Looks like 3. And a big fat nun had 8. And then one lone soul over here on her own. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly how a histogram works. Yours should look very much like mine because we do the same one, yes? Very much like that. Now, to show you how it gets a little different here, how am I going to do this? Look at problem number 8 on page 55 in your books. Look at problem number 8. Can I just erase all this on there? Can I? I hate to because it all looks so pretty. I should have saved it. Oh, I could have copied the slide, couldn't I? Why didn't you think of that before? Look at problem number 8 in your books. It says for problem number 8, make a frequency table and a histogram for the following set of test scores. So these are scores that people got on tests. Now see, I told you that usually a frequency table deals with ranges of numbers, not always one specific. The one we did was like specifically only went for 4. Here, they said to use 40 to 59. So our frequency, first of all, what's the title of our thing here? What are we talking about? Thank you, whoever said test scores. Thank you, that's what it said. Okay, and then what are our test scores that we're finding the frequency of? It said use 50 to 59. The people that got 60 to 69, right? 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and then 90 to, I guess you have to go 100, because you wouldn't make a category just for 100, would you? Does it say 100 there? So right now, I am going to let you fill in the frequency from your book. In other words, if the first score I gave you was a 63, so you put a tally mark there. Do that for all the scores there, and let's see what your frequency table looks like. Will it match up with your friends, neighbors, or relatives? Can you do it correctly? Oh, I am so nervous. Make a frequency table with those numbers and see if we agree. Every score, and it's best don't hunt and search for all the 50s, whatever. Do it one at a time, and then just kind of put a tally right there. Okay. I believe there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 20 scores there, so you should end up with 20 tally marks. Time all be said and done. Hopefully, most people are not in the 50 to 59 range, because that would not be a successful test. Would it now? 20 when you add it all those things in? Yep, I think you do. Got it. Very pretty much got those tallies in there. No. So let's compare here. How many 50 to 59s? How many? Everybody agrees on 2, so you have 2 tally marks there. 60 to 69?
3.
You have 3 tally marks. 70 to 79s?
4.
80 to 89?
7.
You should be using a little hash mark there to make your life easier. And 90 to 100?
4.
4. Does that give you, am I missing something?
80 to 89, 7. 4, 80 to 90.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Sorry. Bite my head off. Okay, so then if we do the little snippet tool and take a picture of it and go to this page here, erase all the gobbledygook I got here. You don't, because you have another page somewhere, right?
Yeah, in the back.
Put this down here to the garbage can. Fire up the paste button. Now remember, if you're making a histogram of this, it's basically, you know, instead of this side being the 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, you turn it so that those are the bottom intervals. So when you do this, okay, these are actually your little things going up here. So you need to cut your bottom into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 there, but I just won't use that last one. Okay, and then underneath of those, if we fill in our blank, going up is always going to be frequency. This is always frequency. How many? This is always the frequency. How many? How many? And down here are the actual test scores. And in the space is where you would write the 50 to 59, and then the 60 to 69, the 70 to 79, and the 80 to 89, and the 90 to 99. That's what each bar would represent there. Title, test, scores. And then I will let you color in yours, and we'll see if yours looks like mine-ish. Yours looks like mine-ish. Got the label. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And then 6. little thing should look a little like this. Yes,
Yes.
everybody's? Good, very good. Everybody's happy. That's enough of that.